Welcome back to more Final Fantasy X, everyone. So last time we, well, basically prepped ourselves for the long journey ahead. Yes, we did. And so I realized that at the end of the last episode, I didn't actually explain the jobs that fast, or like that well, and because I did it too fast. But like I was saying before, Titus is essentially a warrior and a time mage. I like to call him a warrior, but he's basically not a typical warrior. He exchanges some strength and, like, you know, just tankiness for some agility. So he's like a faster / weaker warrior. But that's one of his jobs. His other job is a time mage. He can use haste eventually, slow, hasteska, slowga, also delay attack, delay buster, all those great stuff, and quick hit as well. And yeah, Wakka is essentially a combination of a ranger and a saboteur. So he can inflict, like, let's say, you know, dark attack, silence attack, you know, all those things, nice debuffs. But he can also attack at range. He's one of the only characters to have a physical, actually the only character to have a physical attack that can attack out of range. And he has the most accuracy in the entire team. So that's his two jobs. The next one is Yuna. Yuna is essentially a white mage / green mage. Green mage because of, like, protect and shell and all that stuff, you know. She knows those abilities. But she's also a white mage, of course. You know, she can cure, she can use Asuna, eventually life, and so on and so forth. And Lulu as well, she's pretty much a black mage. You know, she knows all the black magic spells, and she's going to be amazing. So I guess with Lulu, she only has a one job, whereas everybody else, I kind of see them as two jobs. Because like I said, Titus is a weak warrior and a time mage. Wakka's a ranger / saboteur, and Yuna's a white mage / green mage.
Here comes one now. Why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
Okay, so we're gonna basically be fighting a lot of tutorial battles. We only have a party of 2 because it's a tutorial battle. Alright, there we go. Attack the wolf.
No problem.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday. A flyer. My kind of customer.
Okay. Well then, let's go ahead and attack him with Wakka. So, flyers in this game have a lot more evasion than non-flyers. Pretty much most of your characters except Wakka will not be able to land attacks. Maybe Titus can because his accuracy is kind of up there. But aside from Titus and Wakka, really no other characters can really compete with that. You know, they just can't. So, okay. Thank God. I can now catch up to how I messed up 2 episodes ago. Let's go ahead and use these power spheres. Okay. I also realized that I did not talk about the other stuff. So I talked about Sphere Grid, I talked about items, you already know all this stuff, you know. Let's just go ahead and auto, okay. Abilities. So Titus knows Cheer, which can raise the entire party's strength and defense. He knows Dark Attack, you know, Cure and Asuna. And Lulu knows Fire, Thunder, Water, and Blizzard. The number there on the side on the black circle is the MP count, as you can see. Special skills with the little cross symbol, they don't require MP at all. This one, however, actually most of them don't. There's like 1 or 2 that do. Skills do require MP. These are actual skills. These are just called special abilities. These are skills, the little sword icons. These require MP. And then white magic and black magic, of course, require MP. Overdrive, he has spiral cut. He has element reels, which is like just a slot, kind of like selfie, I don't know, in a way, from Final Fantasy VIII. Her overdrive is grand summon, which she can summon in an Aeon and overdrive, which is pretty cool. And Lulu's is a fury. So that's interesting, you know? Yeah. She can just spam these spells like crazy. But yeah, everybody is set to Stoic, which means that they will always, you know, fill up the bar more the more damage they take. But at the moment, we only have Stoic, so that's all we can work with. Equipping. So for equipping, well, we got the Brotherhood. We had this one first, but then we got the Brotherhood. This one has an auto ability, which says Strength plus 5%, so it's stronger. We should equip that. Buckler, okay. Official Ball. No armor. So she can actually equip the Rod of Wisdom that we obtained from the Destruction Sphere in the Cloister of Trials. This one gets you Magic plus 5%, Magic plus 3%, and Sensor. So basically Magic plus 8%, so that's going to be pretty cool. And Sensor. Sensor is an auto ability that is able to detect the enemy's HP, elemental weaknesses, etc., etc. Pretty nice. Okay. That's pretty much it. And also, as far as magic goes, because I don't know if I talked about this, but if you go to status, the magic stat determines magical damage and magic healing. So, as you can see, they both require magic, because the more magic, the more damage you do with black magic, but also the more magic, the more HP you heal with white magic. So yeah. As far as Aeons go, you can select all the Aeons. At the moment we only have one. We can go here and you can see the stats of the Aeons. They're actually usually better than characters in terms of stats. So yeah, strength, defense, magic, yeah, look at that good stuff, right? So the special attack, every single Aeon has a special attack. This one is on its Sonic Wings. Valfor only begins with Energy Ray, but if you do the side quest that I did, which you can hardly call it a side quest, but if you do it, I did it in the end of the last episode, you can actually obtain Energy Blast. He is the only Aeon that has 2 overdrives. So yeah, that's cool. And yeah, they also have their own MP count, and you can actually see their abilities. If you just go to X, he actually has water, water, fire, thunder, blizzard. So yeah, and that's pretty much a configuration. I already did that, and help, I already did that. Okay, so let's go. At the moment, there's no need to be changing party because, well, you can't. You're basically seeing tutorial battles. So just gotta walk straight until we trigger another battle. Here it is. So yeah, they're just scripted battles at the moment.
Looks like trouble.
Ha! Watch this!
Okay, a new type of enemy. This is a Flan. Titus is overconfident.
Told ya, only magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lou, you're up.
Okay, I don't know why that line glitches sometimes. Like, it is incredibly low. Okay, now she's talking again.
And ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
Okay, which means you gotta use lightning. So yeah, in this game, it's not the whole thing of like water's good against fire, etc, etc. No, like thunder good against water, water good against fire, fire, and no. It's just 2 elements opposing each other. It's always fire and ice, and it's always thunder and water. So that one is a water flame, which means you have to use thunder to actually get rid of him. There we go, nice damage. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. Huh. Also, yes, I do realize that Lulu is over-sexualized, okay? I know. From the torso up. Okay, next area. Let's go.
Take your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
What's going on?
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat. That should do it.
Okay, you know, it's always nice to select those options, you know, pray, just so that you know, that you're a nice person and all. So let's see, no need to save at the moment still, I can just keep going. I'm fine. Although I should be saving more often, because if that thing happens again where I didn't save for a long time... Also, did you see that sphere over there? Did you see that? Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay, this time we get a scene. Oh god. Okay, this is a one-on-one battle. So, you probably already know this, but this is the same guy that was there in the, you know, like next to Lulu once we made it to the Chamber of the Faith. Yeah, so why is he fighting us and why aren't my other party members supporting me? Well, you learn why later. Somewhat. Kind of, I don't know. Okay, so It's just a battle of trading blows here and there. I'm also gonna go ahead and use... I don't need to use cheer. Screw that junk. I can just attack you. I'm fine. Ha, you missed. Screw you, you missed. Keep attacking him. Okay, he eventually uses jump. Jump is a more powerful attack. Be very careful. Ouch. I can attack him though. I'm fine. Here we go. Ouch, you little... Keep attacking him. Are you dead? You are dead.
That's enough.
What's with that guy?
Kimahri Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimahri doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Okay, so they were just trying to, you know, make an excuse about why Kimahri did that, but I'll just go ahead and tell you right now. They purposely did that. Like, as a test for Titus, to see if he actually is at least pretty decent at fighting, you know? So yeah. Okay, let's just go ahead and keep going straight ahead through, you know? Hey look, there's a chest up there, do you see that? There's a treasure chest. Unfortunately, we cannot obtain that just yet. It's gonna be way, way later in the game. I mean, way later. For now, just gotta keep walking straight ahead. Okay, I believe this is the second to last screen before we get to the beach. Might be the last one. Okay, a new enemy here. This is a Garuda, I believe.
A flyer! That's your department, right?
True. But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
Okay, switching members, yeah. So in this game, you actually can switch members anytime you want throughout the battle. While R2 and R1 do this, L1 actually is able to let you switch to party members. Kimahri is currently not in their party. After, you know, he fought Titus, he just like wandered off, so whatever. Let's just get Yuna.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Okay,
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
so
Okay.
for Yuna, okay, yeah, summoning Aeons, whatever, I'm just gonna skip this. You can attack with Yuna. Well, I mean, right now you can't because it's a scripted battle. Or you can use white magic, you know, if you attack with Yuna, you're gonna do like 10 damage, never ever attack with Yuna. Instead, she is best for summoning and using white magic. For now, summoning. So let's do this. Yeah, so I think eventually, you know, later on, I'm gonna go ahead and maybe make the summoning sequences short. That's if you guys request for that. Like, if you want to see these long summoning animations and long overdrive animations, go ahead and let me know. And I'll eventually, you know, just shorten them. Okay, so you can attack, you can use, you know, Sonic Wings, or you can use Black Magic. The normal attack, oh yeah, by the way, all Aeons have shield and boost. For shield, Aeons will only take 1/4 of the damage that they should take, but the overdrive gauge will not charge that turn. For boost, Aeons will take more damage, I think it's 50% more damage, but the overdrive gauge actually charges faster. So I think it's nice to use Sonic Wings. Sonic Wings is a ability that actually also delays the turn. So like, look at this. If I use Sonic Wings, I'm actually going to get a second turn, which is really nice. It's pretty nifty. So let's do that. The thing about Sonic Wings is that it's pretty cheap. Usually, okay, no, actually not this time. I was about to say, usually you can get many turns in a row because of the delay effect. But this time, no, I only got an extra turn there, but now he's going to attack me. Let's try it again. There we go, see? It's working. Sonic Wings. Bam. There we go. Gotta use it again. Do you see what I'm talking about? You can just chain this forever, but the thing is I want to try another move so that I can just show you instead of doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and do a normal attack. A normal attack will do more damage, but there might be a chance of missing. It only does a little bit more damage. It did 186. Let's go ahead and do this now. You can see this one does a little bit over 100, right? Yeah, about 100 or so. And then I believe the Black Magic will also do around, you know, mid 100s or so. Let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, all Aeons have sensor automatically, so you can always see everything. Their HP and their, you know, elemental weaknesses if they have one. So all we gotta do is just keep doing this. Just keep using Sonic Wings the entire time, see? And it can chain almost infinitely. It's pretty freaking cheap, at least on enemies who are vulnerable to delay. Not every enemy is vulnerable to delay. Later on, actually, most enemies are not. So, yeah. It's pretty useful early in the game. Okay, just go ahead and attack him. There we go. And only one more attack. Sonic Boom. Okay, I can get him. Just attack him. I think Sonic Wings won't actually kill him because he has 110 HP. But there we go. He is down just like that. So yeah, that enemy had quite a bit of HP. Oh, look at that. Nice AP, right? Nice AP. Power Sphere, and we got a Bright Arm Guard. Let's go ahead and equip that. Always look for that, you know? Always look for the stuff that drop. Bright Arm Guard actually gives you the ability Dark Ward. Dark Ward essentially means a small percentage to resist dark attacks, like the blind status effect. So that could be pretty useful, you know? But yeah, in this game it's called Darkness, not Blind. I don't know why, but it is. It just is, you know? Here's the last scripted battle.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
Okay, so it's scripted again. You can't attack. Instead, they want to show off the dark attack skill. So this will actually inflict darkness on an enemy for 3 turns. And there we go. You are under darkness. With Lulu, you can just go ahead and attack. Go ahead and just use some, he doesn't have any elemental weakness. We'll just go ahead and use fire. That's fine. 233, not bad. With Yuna, though, I'm going to go ahead and... Okay. You can also defend by pressing triangle. Look at this. So, characters in this game will only get experience, or AP I should say, if they actually take a turn. If they do a command. You know, if they don't take a command and you just switch them out, they're not going to gain AP. So make sure that they get a command in. Yes, defending does count as a command, so that is completely fine. It works. I defended with Yuna, that way I can just go ahead and now switch her out for Titus, because now I want Titus to get some AP. Also, if I ever say, experience instead of AP, you know what I mean. In this game, it's AP, but really, people know it's experience. I mean, come on, seriously. It's the recurring experience. That's what people say. It's experience. Okay, there we go. So I just used a cheer to improve my strength and defense. Awesome. Go ahead and attack him. You might miss. For flyers, you know, there's a pretty good chance that Titus could miss at the moment because his accuracy is not as high as Wakka's. Okay, he's almost dead. He should be. There we go. He's dead. So I'm going to gain 14 juicy AP. Look at that. Some nice sphere levels. Rod of Darkness. What the heck is that? That's going to be a rod. That's for Yuna. Magic plus 3% and Dark Touch? Nope. I don't like that. Because she's not going to be attacking. So there's no point. Okay, some sphere level. Let's go ahead and move. Yes, eventually I'm going to be saving up sphere levels a lot. At the moment, it's nice to just, you know, go ahead and improve some as fast as possible. But, yeah, you'll see. Okay, go ahead and move down. Ability sphere because you're going to learn Null Blaze. Okay, nice. Not bad. There we go. Let's simply keep going. We can encounter more enemies here, probably. I'm pretty sure we will. Maybe. Yep, there we go. Okay, this time it's all 3. Damn, okay, I'm going to go ahead and attack with Titus. So, basically in this game, you will find out that the way that they make it is that a character has a special enemy that they are good against. Like, for example, flyers, that's Wakka. These wolves, like dingoes, Titus excels on them. Water Flan, that's Lulu. So you'll see a bunch of enemies like this, you know, that are like, it's like they're exclusive for that other character in your party. Like, it's like that character excels at defeating that certain type of enemy. I'm gonna go ahead and attack. The thing is though, I'm gonna switch back to Yuna and defend with Yuna. Yes, you're gonna hit me once, but I'd rather get the experience for everybody. Ooh, that's a pretty strong attack, actually. Okay, bring Lulu back in here. Go ahead and use a Thunder. And kill it, Lulu. Kill it. There we go. Nice. Okay, more sphere levels. Well, that's good. That's for sure good. Let's switch. Switch? I don't know why I said switch. That's just one of those random words you say out of nowhere. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, move again. You'll gain another ability, and this time it is Flee. Okay, the Flee is basically a 100% chance to run away from battles. Yes, it is, except boss battles. That's cool, because you can escape individually, but that has a chance to fail. Just saying. Okay, so I believe we are very, very close to the end here. I'm just going to go ahead and head down this pathway. I believe the encounters are actually off here. There's no more encounters anymore. Okay, let's see now. We're back at the beach. Yes, back at the beach. I'm going to go ahead and save here and end the video. Yes, that's right, because, you know, we have done quite a lot, I must say. Quite a lot. Actually, no, I don't want to save in that one. I'm going to go back and save in this one. Also, this music is amazing. This is Yuna's theme, which is actually a version of Suteki Dane, you know, which is, it means isn't it wonderful in Japanese, you know? Wait, what did I say? No, I said it right, I'm pretty sure I did. Alright, so if you enjoyed this episode in any way, please be sure to leave a like, I would appreciate that very much. Thank you, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.